And I am back in St. Louis, Missouri. I just got back from vacation with my husband celebrating 30 years. We were in Texas near the coast. So we came back from that vacation and we were home for maybe a day, then drove up to Dallas, and I caught the flight with my mom to St. Louis, Missouri, which is where I am right now. And it's very cold here. It's very different from Texas weather. When I left Texas yesterday, I think it might have been 90 degrees. So I come here and the high is only 60 degrees. And when we got here earlier this morning, it was cold. I had to put my jacket on, I had to put my hat on. And my uncle came to pick us up from the airport and he's like, "You're cold, you cold?" I was like, "Yeah, because it's 90 degrees in Texas. And it's gonna be like in the 80s all week in Texas." So going from a hot environment, like high 80s. So going from a hot environment to a cold environment is a shock to my system, especially being on the beach. The beach was so beautiful. I saw dolphins, I saw jellyfish. It was just calming. And to go from that to Missouri, where it's cold, and I mean, the people who live here don't think that it's really cold. But going from 90-degree weather to 57, and then in the mornings it's 30 degrees. Ooh, I'm so glad I brought my coat and my jacket and some long pants. I even brought my long johns because this is gonna be rough. And the reason I'm back in St. Louis and I'm still working on my documentary film, so I'm going to be interviewing one of my cousins this week, finishing off the St. Louis part of my documentary. And let me tell you, it's been very expensive. I've been using my own money. I'm almost broke. I am going broke making this documentary. And hey, sometimes you have to do things. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, nobody else will. So this is going to be, again, my first feature-length documentary film, and it has not been easy. The money, trying to have the money to do this film, and do it mostly by myself with the help of my husband. He's not here this time. I'm doing all the camera work by myself this time. But it has not been easy. So I'll finish off this week in St. Louis, and then I'll be back in Texas, trying to work with some people in Texas, interview some people, some of my family members in Texas. And then hopefully I'll be done with the filming part of this documentary by the end of December, and I'll be able to start editing in January. So that is my prayer. I'm gonna walk outside real quick, and I'm gonna show you. Well, I could just flip the camera around because it's cold out there. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can see what I'm looking at. Look at that. That is the coolest statue. I don't know what building this is. I don't know if this is an art museum or what that building is across the street. I don't know what that is. So that's what I'm looking at. And then this is a cathedral church. So that's across the street. I'm trying to, hold on. Look at how pretty that is. Wow. And that's directly across the street from the hotel I'm staying in. That is incredible. Look at that architecture. Check it out. I love that. And then this is the hotel lobby. And this building used to be the post office. Check it out. I hope I don't get a copyright because they're playing copyrighted music. Look at this. Look at these chairs. I'm gonna sit in one of these chairs. Woo, almost fell. Woo. Look at this chair. It's so cool. I don't want to fall. I'm afraid I'm going to fall. So these are some cool chairs. Look, check this out. They got a pool table here. There's the arch. I really like this lobby. And tomorrow morning they'll be serving breakfast. Look at these plants. And these plants are real. Yeah, I'm touching it. These plants are real, guys. I probably shouldn't be touching stuff. Check it out. So that's what's up back in St. Louis, Missouri. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be doing any part of my documentary tomorrow. Just going to hang out with some family members, and hopefully I'll be able to start videotaping on Tuesday, because I spent a lot of money getting here, and my cousin, he better not say I don't have time, because I told him, we talked about this before I even came and booked my flight. And so, yeah, he better come through for me, because I spent a lot of money coming back to St. Louis. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.